Hello, my beautiful and valuable friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Tatidik, and in today's topic, we are going to discuss ghosts. Ghosts, not the ones like in the movies, but people who are alive but they disappear from your life, and that makes you incredibly confused and frustrated. I want you to know that ghosting is just a modern term, but that has been happening long time before. And only thing you need to do is to learn how to cope with that. It's nothing personal to you. Please don't get upset. Don't be sad and don't cry for somebody who is not worth it. And just learn these tactics and improve your life. And finally, move on with ghosting and having ghosting people around you and dealing with that, and move on to really mature people who actually are interested in you. Before we start, let me remind you that you can always book one-to-one coaching with me, or you can watch other videos that I have for you, or you can take courses, read my book, and take on any other services that I provide, because this channel is for you, and everything that I create is for your good, for your benefit, for your life to be improved. And of course, thank you so much for everybody who is generous and always donates, and all the details how you can donate are below as well. Thank you so much. So let's start. First of all, when somebody is ghosting you, and if you ask how to deal with ghosts or ghosting in general, what to do when the ghosts come back, let's go step by step. Number one, when you've been ghosting, you have to comprehend that actually happened. Try to not live in an illusion. Try to not kind of make an illusion that, oh, maybe no, maybe I don't understand this. Just face the reality, in other words. You have to face the reality. So, number one, when you have been ghosted, you need to say goodbye to a ghost. What do we usually do when somebody dies? Can you tell me? Yes, we are very sad. We are crying. But then we have a funeral. I want you to make a little altar and put a picture of that ghost and have a little funeral. Fun funeral with the music, with some nice juice in your hand, or nice shake or nice smoothie. I never say any piece of alcohol because I don't drink alcohol, and I cannot recommend that to you because it's nothing good. So something good, something healthy in your hand, please, and have a nice funeral, farewell. Just let the ghost go. Say farewell, say goodbye, nice meeting you. Have the funeral. And as funny as this sounds, it's actually incredibly important, because this ritual that you do affects your body, and most importantly, affects your long-term memory. You remember you did this ritual, so he kind of is dead, or she's dead, or this person is gone. And you will say, well, I will have a lot of rituals then to do, but my question is, why you keep attracting those type of people? What is inside of you that you think you deserve to be treated that way? If you're attracting these people, it's time to make a funeral and let them go. A lovely funeral for the ghost. This is very easy for me to say and laugh and smile at, but I know how hard it is for you, because you might like that person. You might have gone on a few dates with that person. You might have even started the relationship, and it is so painful for you because you don't understand why he's not writing to me, why he's not calling to me, why he stopped seeing me, why he doesn't invite me anymore. What happened? What did I do wrong? The beauty of life is that when it's the right person, you will do a lot of things wrong, but they will never leave you. But when it's the wrong person, you will do everything right, and they will still leave you. And that's a God's protection. Somebody's refusal, betrayal, abandonment of you is a God's protection. That person is not for you. That's why I said it's a fun funeral. It's not your funeral. You're not dying. You finally understood your worth. This person is not for me. You cannot play with me like this. You take me on a date, you hold my hand, you kiss me, and then you don't talk to me? How's that working on? That means I have given you the permission to behave like that with me? No. Come join. This is a funeral of you. This is actually incredibly funny that we allow people to mistreat us, and then we are the one who suffer. But we allowed. If you take me out and then after that you don't talk to me, guess what am I going to do? Yes, you're right. I'm going to make my hair, my nails, my makeup, and I'm going to go out with another man. You might actually see me because we go in the same spots. Because you are dead for me. And I don't mean this in like a mean way. You are dead, don't talk to me. Who do you think you are? No, you are not mean person. You are not evil. But you need to understand the reality. This person is dead. This contract is finished. This case is closed. I'm not going to go through that again and wind myself up and suffer and cry why you don't call me, and open his picture and look and please call me, and do all these meditations and manifestations and affirmations and try to wait for you on the places where I know you go and follow your car because I know you're a private number plate. I better go and work for FBI then if I have those type of skills. Me as a woman, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to make a funeral and say goodbye. And you as a woman, I would say even for a man, if a woman has treated you like that, you also need to say goodbye. It's so important to say goodbye, and it hurts sometimes because you say, but I really liked him. I loved the way he treated me. He was so nice to me. I really saw some future with him. Hold on a second. You knew him for 2 weeks. How do you know you could have a future? What if he was an aggressive type who would be abusing you, and God removed him because of your protection? How do you know you would have a good future? You do not know that person. Stop fooling yourself. I liked him. What did you like about him? The one time he treated you for dinner? 100 times I have had that. So what? Did he open the door? Everybody does that. Wherever I walk, people, women, open the door for me. Really? That's what you like? We are again and again touching the same subject of a low self-esteem in a woman. Woman who allows this kind of behavior, same actually with a man, who allows this type of behavior is a low self-esteem. It's so easy. One day when you will realize that all your problems are because of your low self-esteem, you will not have low self-esteem anymore, because you'll say, oh, enough, this is not going well. Let me sort this. And you will see everything will start sorting itself afterwards, because self-esteem is the fundamental core of the person, is your back, you see? My back controls my movement. That is very important to have your back straight, strict, strong. Self-esteem is your back, is your posture, is your confidence, is your, I know what I'm worth. So when you're done the first step, when you had a little funeral and you said goodbye to the ghost, we go to the second part. What to do when you've been ghosted, and the ghost, usually, that's why it calls ghost, it comes back. It arrives back with a silly message like, hi stranger, or where you been, or have you been, so, I miss talking to you, or why you not texting me? First of all, if I'm a woman and we had a date and then you went home and you never texted me, don't expect that I will text, because I'm not the man, I'm not the conqueror, I'm not the chaser. If you don't text, I don't text. I will disappear from your life like this. You will not even see me again. It's very simple. I will say, in a modern world where everything is so easy and everything is electronic and so fast, you need to understand people sleep with their phones next to their ear. People wake up with a phone, they have somebody next to them, and before they say good morning, and sometimes they forget, they look in the phone. So for you to think that a person is busy and didn't see your message or your missed call, you must be delusional. You must be delusional. I have a very good balance. I'm very strict with the social media. I'm very strict with what I watch. Very strict. I don't watch TV at all. And I have my phone around me, maybe not in this room, but another room. So if I do expect a call, I will hear the call. If I get a message which I am not really wanting to see or respond, trust me, I will delete that immediately and I will never get back to you. I'm incredibly strict, because if I would not be strict like this, I would entertain everybody who comes to my life and wasted my time. And but I think that, I mean, it's very different when you're in a relationship. Of course, you have your friends, you have the friends of your the men that you are with. But when you're single, you are more prone to this, because you have more time and you want to entertain these men because you are looking for a relationship. And I completely understand where you're coming from. I understand why you entertain ghosts. I understand why this subject matters to you. But I want to give you another type of a video. Not just 10 steps what to do with a ghost, do this or reply this or seduce him like this or get him this. I don't want you to do that all. I want you to go in depth and understand what ghosting is. Understand why I told you the first step is to make a funeral. Why you need to say goodbye. What is that first step? Because that way you cut all ends in the beginning. I'm not giving you 103 steps. Or 20 different videos, or like making it longer just to sell the subject. I am not here to sell the subject. I am here to help you, to change something in you, for you to stop attracting these people, these low quality people in your life. So number second, when you realize that, okay, this ghost is, in a funeral, you said goodbye, you let it go, this person is dead. Because people don't have rights to disappear on you just like that. But nobody has rights. If you went on a date, it didn't work out, he or she could say, I don't think this will work out, but you're lovely, thank you so much for your time, I wish you the best of luck. People can actually communicate that, and sometimes people do, sometimes people stay friends, and sometimes they even, create some business relationships. But there are still very good quality people out there. But if the person has been dating with you a few times and suddenly disappears, that's a big red flag. And that person needs to be in a funeral right there, right then. Because nobody has right to play with your emotions like that. Nobody has right. And we have been, kind of taught from the childhood that you need to be kind, you need to be friendly, and definitely you need to be kind. Kindness is a jewel of the world. I love being kind. I love it. You will never see me outside arguing. Not going to do that. If something annoys me, something upsets me, I'll stay at home. I better scream at home than I scream outside. I mean, I don't scream, I'm a woman. But you know what I mean. I better deal with that inside, in the comfort of my house, in comfort of my bedroom, or maybe I take a bath and I think what I can do. But I am not going to fight with that outside, especially in the street, especially with the strangers. I'm not going to do that. So for you, you need to realize the second step when a ghost is coming back, for you, you need to remember, I had a funeral. I visited a funeral. That is over. So what do you do when a ghost comes back? This is a very nice part of the video. What do you do when a ghost comes back? Nothing. Can we just appreciate this moment of peace? When a ghost comes back, you don't need to do anything. Quite contrary, opposite, you do nothing. Nothing at all. So you say, I cannot get upset because I see the text and I remember all the memories? No. So I cannot respond to him and ask, why did you disappear? Why you didn't speak with me for 3 months and now you're giving me some lame excuse? No. I cannot argue and I cannot cry and I cannot suffer again and try to get him back. No. The best thing, this is incredibly hard. I admit this is hard. But this video is a fundamental video. This video is not fun video just to watch and watch another one. This video has to change something in you. Otherwise, why are you watching it? You know why I always think people, I want them to learn something from these videos. I really want you to learn something. If you are not improving, if you're not taking anything, if you're not doing anything, then this video has no purpose. It's a jewel that has no worth. But it does have. Try to understand the depth of this video. When a ghost comes back, when a person who left you is coming back, creeping in a scary way, as in a thriller, back into your life, what do you need to do? Nothing. Ignore it. Be neutral, not like cry and be negative. All these memories are back to me. Where is my ice cream? No, by the way, I don't like ice cream. I'm a very lucky person. I don't have a sweet tooth. And I have programmed myself that way. I remember I used to always say, I don't like sweets, I don't like sweets, I don't like sweets. And I said it for like a few years and I really stopped liking sweets. I mean, I never had a sweet tooth before as well, but I'm not like this. I will never be addicted and run and have an ice cream or chocolate. I don't really like chocolate. It has to be something incredibly luxurious for me to have a dessert, something incredibly interesting, has to have some strawberries in there, has to have, like it has to look very, very interesting. Otherwise, I'm not having it. So for me, no matter what you do, I'm not going to run and gain weight. I'm not going to run and start smoking and drinking. It's just not going to happen because I respect myself so much that if a ghost comes back, I'm doing nothing. I will look at my phone, think about this person, think, oh yeah, right, we had a funeral like 6 months ago or 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago or 1 day ago, whatever it is. I mean, technically, if it has been 1 day, it's not a ghosting, but you know what I mean? If it has been a little bit longer, I would look at that message very often, and this is a hack I can give you. Very often, I personally wouldn't read it. I don't really deal with ghosting because it's just the way I create my relationship is not based on just social media or virtual meetings. I prefer to know somebody long, establish friendship, and I really am very good with maintaining friendship. If I made a friend, I'll make sure I'll see you next weekend and weekend after that and maybe Thursday after that week. So I will not have big, huge gaps. As a person, I'm very good with friendship, and I hug my friends and I hold them and I say that they're beautiful. I take pictures with them. Like I'm very good as a friend, so I don't really get this ghosting thing. And in a relationship, I'm like a once-man woman. I choose one man, I get to know him. If he doesn't want, I let him go. If he wants, he stays and he continues with me. I don't really deal with these cheap type of things that I can hear a lot of clients of mine are dealing with. I can see what society is going through. I can see that. I witness that. I see everything clearly. I'm very observant. I'm incredibly social. I go out a lot and I see, and I have a very big group of people and I go to the same places, so I know everything and everyone and they know me. I can get anywhere I want. It's no problem for me. So I do understand that's the that's what is happening. And I feel very sorry for you if you're going through that now and it hurts you. I feel very sorry for you, but I'm here for you. I promise you, when this video ends, you will feel relieved. I promise you. Just continue watching. You might need to rewatch back, but whatever I'm telling you is the question about self-love. Having a priority in your life in the right way will allow you to not have these people. So when the ghost comes back and you understand that you don't need to do anything, I want you to learn to control your emotions. Look at that message and say, I'm not even interested to read it. When you see the picture, you see sometimes you have notification on top of your phone, you don't even need to open, you already see the message. I want you to get that feel of understanding your worth and understanding, I don't want to deal with this. This person had a chance with me and he blew it. I'm already dating somebody else. If I'm not, okay, I will go out tonight, but not to revenge him. I'm going out tonight because you wrote to me. No, to be honest, I go out. If I would be single, I would go out anyway. Until I am in a relationship, until I have some sort of a ring, engagement ring, promise ring, marriage ring, I am going to go out. And that needs to be the same with you. Even when I'm engaged and even if I'm in a relationship, I still go out. Not to meet another man, of course, I go out with my man. But you know what I mean. I'm not going to isolate myself just because, one person ghosted me. He was a rich man, he met me, he had a beautiful car, he took me out, he bought me gift, everything, and then he ghosted me after 2 weeks. I cannot care less. Next, please. Time is going. I want to find and meet a man of my dreams. Next. When a ghost comes back, you do nothing. You control your emotions. You look at that text, you easily delete it. If a person really was with you a few months, you had a relationship, and suddenly he vanished from your life and he came back and said, somebody died from the family. He explained himself, he apologized. He said, well, how can I make it up for you? I'm so sorry I disappeared. Still, I will tell you, even if something like that happened, a person who really cares about you, who likes you, will not vanish, will say, I'm very sorry, I will need to disappear for a few weeks or a few months. I need to go here, or I'm going to travel there. I have something, bad emergency. I don't want to go into details. I'm very sorry, I will need to leave you now. I will come back to you. Or I'm sorry, I will need to leave you now and I will not come back to you. People with dignity will tell you that. So I don't really mind if there is something tragic happen and they come with the excuse. I don't really mind them because I know I would never do that. I'm a normal human being. I'm a healthy human being. If I like you, why do I disappear? Don't I know that when I come back, you might have another one? That means you are plan B for me. Not even B, maybe D or E or F. That means I don't care. When you do the first step, when you're ghosted, when you realize you're ghosted after a few days, few weeks, you make a funeral, okay? You say goodbye to that person. And you really say goodbye. Not every day checking, was online 30 seconds ago. No, you really let them go. Let that person go. Please let them go. Please learn to let people go. Second step, when the ghost comes back, ghost reappears. That's why they are called ghosts, like I said before. You do nothing. You just say, oh, ghost, oh, I didn't ask you. You go in peace, have a rest. I want you to look at that message. I want you to look at that missed call, at that email, and say, rest with peace. I don't want this. I deserve better. I'm interested in a man or a woman who doesn't flake, who doesn't ghost, who doesn't disappear, who doesn't vanish. I deserve that. I wish you best of luck. I let you go with love and I send you light. You don't need to boil inside. Learn to control your emotions. When you did these 2 steps, what's the third logical step? Let's think about it. How to deal with ghosting. The third logical step is you have to work on yourself, improve yourself, have higher standards, higher dignity, and communicate your boundaries when you are meeting somebody. You'll say, can you give me a practical way? Of course. I will say, when you're meeting somebody on a first date, you know what I would say? I would say to him, thank you so much for taking me out. These flowers, these gifts are so nice. The restaurant you took me are so nice, because that's my requirements for the first date. You are doing all that, or I'm not coming. I've done it 100 times. And all 100 men, I mean more than 100, but you know what I'm trying to say. All the men who wanted to date me, they did and met my requirements. It's not negotiable. I am not coming home with empty hands. I am not coming home. In my culture, a woman doesn't go to meet a man and comes back with empty hands. It doesn't happen. Men need to give something. He's a provider. Men physically give him to a woman, and woman receives. So if on a first date you are not giving me, there is no future. There is no future. So if that is happening, you have to raise your standards, and you go on this date and the date went nice and they did everything, they met your requirements. I would say after the first date you say thank you, and you tell them that, you know what, I need to be very honest with you. If for any reason you come home and you decide to not meet me again, or you expect something from me to do, I want you to know that I'm very traditional. If you will not text me, I respect so much, I will not text you. I'm interested, but I will not text you. If you just disappear on me and vanish and ghost me, I promise you, I will never chase you. But if you come back, you also need to know that I will not respond. That is communicating your boundaries. And I will say one little exception is if you really like the person and you really hope that there was something, and you feel sincerely they apologize and they really want to make it up for you, and they really want this time for the relationship to work, I will say, I will give them a chance, because intuition knows. You will know you will know inside this, okay, this person deserves this chance. I would give a chance, but I would communicate that, you know, if you do one more time, I will not reply. So be very, very strict. This exception is in a very rare occasions. I will say 99% of ghosts who come back to your life do not deserve this chance. But if you find that one person who does deserve that, communicate your standards going forward. So let's recap again. When you've been ghosted, when you realize you've been ghosted, let that ghost go. Forgive them, make a funeral, say goodbye, and let it go for good. Number 2, when ghosts come back and reappear, don't let them scare you. Don't let them make you upset, angry, or very happy. Your emotions should be neutral. Look at their message, send them love, send them light, wish them good luck, and do nothing. And number 3, finally learn to raise your standards. Communicate your boundaries and understand that you have self-worth. You deserve better than dealing with ghosts. Life is too short to deal with ghosts. And you deserve to have a person in your life who actually wants to be in your life, wants to be with you, wants to love you, protect you, and cherish you, and be with you exactly as you are, without playing these ghosting games. The only game should be fun games that you both laugh at, something that you enjoy. Realize that everything comes from a low self-esteem. When you start loving yourself more, I promise you, you will not have ghosts. You will have angels coming to your life who want to protect you, who want to put a smile on your face, because you're worth it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're dealing with any ghosts, be strong, watch this video, really understand the core of this message, and don't forget to smile today and enjoy your life.